continuing to look at the current and future capabilities of Lithuania's armed forces, today I thought it would be interesting to look at the country's order for 4 UH-60M Black Hawk helicopters and related equipment. The choppers were supposed to begin arriving this year, and I'm sure it will keep Lithuania's Air Force quite busy. So the deal for 4 helicopters was signed on November 13th, 2020, but it was approved by the American government a few months before. The actual decision on Lithuania's side came as early as 2019. This earlier reporting said that the deal was for 6, but it looks like the other 2 have been changed into options, meaning that if Lithuania changes its mind and wants to get more than 4 helicopters, it can easily exercise those options for the extra 2. According to the official government statement, Lithuania will pay 181 million euros over the next 5 years for the purchase. The Americans will provide roughly 26 million euros in financial support for the project. The reduction from 6 helicopters to 4 explains why the early cost was 300 million euros, but has since gone down to around 200 million. The first shipment of Black Hawks were scheduled for late 2024, but things seem to have changed. I'll provide more detail about that a little later. The long timeline has allowed for Lithuania's armed forces to fully train personnel to operate and maintain the helicopters, including pilots and ground support specialists. Speaking about the need for these birds, current Chief of Defense General Valdemaras Rupšys said, "Black Hawks are maneuverable, high-speed and reliable utility tactical helicopters known for best results in numerous military operations. They'll provide the possibility for the Lithuanian armed forces to carry out significantly more effective military training, render air support to the infantry, airlift small units, medical evacuation, and other tasks. We will also be able to complete domestic support tasks such as search and rescue, emergency transportation of organs, and firefighting more effectively." The government says that Air Force helicopters are on 24/7 standby for all of these types of tasks. The Black Hawks are meant to fully substitute for the Soviet-made Mi-8Ts. In 2020, Lithuania's Minister of National Defense said, "By dropping the last Soviet relic and progressing to a Western helicopter platform, we're beginning a completely new phase for the Lithuanian Air Force and moving in step with US and other most advanced NATO allies' militaries." And which allies use this type of helicopter? Well, the United States, obviously, but also Denmark, Latvia, Poland, and Sweden. As for the most recent news on Lithuania getting these helicopters, well, on January 9th, a newly built helicopter hangar was unveiled at the Lithuanian Air Force Base at Šiauliai. It will be used to park helicopters, as well as carry out maintenance and technical service. The January announcement also noted that the first 2 Black Hawks are now expected to be delivered to Lithuania in 2025, with the other 2 coming in 2026. This is a notable delay from earlier reporting, which said the first few would be coming in late 2024. Nonetheless, 2 pilots and 10 maintenance experts were trained in 2023. Speaking of those 2 pilots, it was in April 2023 that Lithuania Air Force Captain Matas Leckas and Captain Valius Urbonas became the first Lithuanian pilots to graduate from the UH-60M Aviator Qualification Course at the U.S. Army Aviation Center of Excellence at Fort Novosel, Alabama. And then it looks like the Pennsylvania National Guard has been helping Lithuania's Air Force to prepare for its new choppers. In the spring of 2022, a Pennsylvania Army National Guard Aviation Enterprise team made up of UH-60M experts visited Lithuania to tour the aviation maintenance facilities and offer suggestions on how to prepare for the incoming helicopters. They were also involved in developing training strategies. Lithuania's Air Force is in the process of training another 8 pilots and 8 more technicians over the course of 2024. It's possible that these first few Black Hawks are still in Huntsville, Alabama, getting upgraded and modified to Lithuanian military specifications. However, I don't know how long this process takes, so maybe they've moved somewhere else by now. So I guess that's everything I could find on Lithuania's order for Black Hawk helicopters. To summarize, it looks like it first wanted 6, but then reduced its order to 4, and is getting some financial help from the US government to purchase them from Lockheed Martin. The first 2 pilots were trained last year, and more are being trained this year. A facility for the helicopters was officially opened in early 2024, but the first of these aircraft won't actually be delivered until next year, and are probably being modified in Alabama right now. And so, what do you think about Lithuania's move to acquire and operate the UH-60M Black Hawk? Is there something else you think would have been better? Let me know by leaving a comment. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoy this channel and want to support me in making more videos, please consider becoming a Patreon patron. There is a link down in the description for you to check out. Thanks so much for watching.